So 15 reasons Donald Trump cannot win the 2024 presidential election. Number one, Trump has already proven that he can't beat Biden. He lost by 7 million votes. You think a lot of those 7 million people are going to say, oh, yeah, well, you know, I think I'll go back and vote for Trump. I don't think so. Number two, in 2022 and 2023, in elections all across the nation, there was no red wave. In fact, Republicans are consistently losing elections. Number three, his legal troubles will only continue to get worse. In the last year or so, he faced 3 civil trials, and he promptly lost all 3 of them. And the next 4 cases are criminal cases beginning March 24th, which, you know, are even more of a threat to him because they include the possibility that he could end up in prison. Number 4, he paid hush money to cover up affairs, and he falsified his business records. This is not a man of high moral standing. This is not the kind of person that you want as president of the United States. Number 5, the White House documents case, what I call the espionage, the violations of the Espionage Act case. It's an unusually dangerous and complex case for both Trump and the nation. And it raises the question, you know, where is that 10-inch binder full of raw Russian intelligence? You know, where are the missing documents that we still don't know where they are? What did Rand Paul, what were the documents that Donald Trump gave Rand Paul to fly, you know, solo to Russia and hand off to Putin? You know, what was in those documents? Number 6, he attempted to overthrow the U.S. presidential election in 2020. You know, a lot of people are going to hold that against him, including a lot of Republicans. Number 7, incumbency is always a formidable advantage for an elected office. So true. And by the way, not only is Joe Biden the incumbent this year, which gives him a huge advantage, but Donald Trump was the incumbent 4 years ago and he lost, which means that he's even weaker than we thought. Number 8, Trump, the candidate and quarterback of his own campaign, is his own worst enemy. Is true. I mean, like what he just said about Israel. Yes, go finish the job against the Palestinians. Really? Number 8, or 8B, Trump is losing it. He's nowhere near his mental and rhetorical skills of 2016. You know, Biden continues to struggle with a stutter, but he's pretty much the same guy he was 5-10 years ago. Number 9, Gen Z is already signaling strongly that they will be out in force in 2024. Based on an in-depth Ipsos Circle poll on November 23rd, youth voters have said that, quote, 57% are extremely likely to vote this year, and another 15% are fairly likely to vote. And if that happens, it will surpass the 2020 record for Zoomers of 52% turnout. Just good news. Number 10, abortion rights is a losing issue for Trump and the Republicans this year. In fact, in those cases where abortion rights were on the ballot, 8 states, the pro-abortion rights side won 8 out of 8. Number 11, the Republican Party is a dumpster fire colliding with a train wreck of radioactive waste. Michigan, Arizona, and Nevada's GOP, Republican parties are broke. In Michigan, they're having a war, an internal war. And Republican representatives are embracing a number of legislative priorities that are just stupid. Like, for example, refusing to bring to the floor this, border bill. Refusing to give military assistance to Ukraine. Refusing to give military assistance to Israel. Refusing to give military assistance to Taiwan. The inability to pass even a damn budget. Number 12, swing states look stable or better as we enter 2024, and the Biden-Harris team is putting $100 million into their campaign in the swing states. Number 13, polls of candidates a year out are even less predictive than those a few weeks out. I think it's important to remember that at this point in 2012, John McCain was out-polling Barack Obama. At this point in the Harry Truman race, Harry Truman's approval numbers were around 36%. I mean, this far out is meaningless. Wait until after the summer at the very least. Number 14, major donors to Republicans are starting to sit tight on their money. Now, we'll probably see that change, but, that's that. Number 15, it's the economy, stupid. 2 months into 2024, the U.S. economy is still remarkably resilient. Joe Biden has created more jobs than the last 3 Republican presidents combined. Inflation is down where it was in the 1960s. Inflation is in the neighborhood of 3%, which is typically a Fed target range. They're saying they want 2%, but it's low now. Black unemployment, Hispanic unemployment, lower than it's ever been in the history of the United States. White unemployment as low as it was in the 1960s. Wages are going up. The economy is doing well. Number 16, the MAGA agenda. For example, the Alabama Supreme Court saying that an embryo is a child. Republicans are in a panic over this, and rightfully so. And finally, number 16, a bonus. Project 2025 is a playbook for Christian nationalism, basically, for flipping America into what I think you could, genuinely call fascism. All of these things are working against the Republicans, which is, in my mind, a good reason why the Republicans and why Trump is going to lose this year.